Hello, welcome back. So today we will see about files. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫയൽ ഹാൻഡ്ലിംഗ് എന്നുള്ളത് ഹാൻഡ്ലിംഗ് വിത്ത് ഫയൽസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വർക്കിംഗ് വിത്ത് ഫയൽസ് ആണ്. ഇനി എന്താണ് ഫയലിൻ്റെ ആവശ്യമെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കുക. അതായത് till now we were writing programs that accepts values from keyboard and displays the answer on screen. Okay, so till now we were writing programs to accept values from keyboard and to display file outputs on the screen. It means that while closing the file everything is lost, or while closing the program everything is lost. But if we want to store the data permanently in the hard disk, we can make use of the concept called files. So we will be writing the outputs to the files and will be kept in secondary storage device. So this is the necessity of the file. That is, till now we were using variable names which are allocated in RAM for storing the outputs, and after showing the outputs the data was lost, and so the main aim of the file is to store the data permanently. Permanent storage of data, that is the use of these files. And in C++, for using files we have to import a package called fstream. So #include fstream is the necessity for importing the package. So fstream class contains two subclasses as ifstream and ofstream. Okay, ifstream is meant for reading from a file. Reading means to have an input file. അതായത് കീബോർഡിനകത്തുനിന്ന് വാല്യൂ വാങ്ങുന്നതിന് പകരം I can read values from a file. അതായത് instead of reading values from keyboard, I can read values from a file, and we call that file as a input file. Like that we can write outputs to a file, and to write output to a file, this is done by using ofstream. So I means input, O means output. ifstream is reading from file or a input file. We can use fstream also. Fstream can be used for both input and output. So these are the three classes which are used for file operations. The package is fstream. #include fstream.h is the package that contains the classes for these file operations. And ifstream is used to handle inputs from file, and ofstream is used to handle outputs to file. Fstream can be used for both input and output. The syntax for using a ifstream is ifstream f1. I am creating an object as f1. Then I can use f1.open. The file can be opened using f1.open, then give the file name. If the file which contains data is stored as test, then I can give it as like this. So f1.open means now I have opened a file named test in input mode. So now we can read from this file. So reading this file is similar to cin. Cin A means, what is that? Cin A means the value from the keyboard till space or enter will be stored to variable A. So likewise, instead of Fcin I can use F1. So F1 is now pointing towards, or F1 now indicates a file test, and so F1 extraction operator A means that we are reading a value. If A is an integer, then I am reading a value of integer type to the variable A from the file F1. So the important point is that while opening a file, the file pointer means the location from which the file will be read. That file pointer will be at the starting of the file. So while opening a file, the file pointer will be at the starting of the file, and if the file contains values like this 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, etc., then F1 extraction operator A will read the value 12 to the variable A. And if again I am giving F1 A, it means that the second value 13 will be stored to variable A again. If I am giving A here, it will be stored to A again. That is, it reads an integer till a space, and during each reading the file pointer will move like this. Okay, first reading, during the first reading, during opening of the file pointer will be at the starting of the file, and during first reading the file pointer will moves to here, okay, till space. Then again if I am reading, then the file pointer moves here. Okay, so the reading is integer wise, or means till it finds a space. Okay, so this is the logic of reading files. So we need two steps only. I have to declare an object, then I have to open the file. The same thing can be given like this also, that is ifstream F1, and in brackets I can pass this file name. This is same, both are same, that is these two lines can be substituted by this single line if needed. Okay, so this is how we create the object of the ifstream to have file manipulation of input type. So we should be careful about the storage of the file from which, or the input file. The input file should be stored in such a way that there are spaces in between the integers. അതുപോലെ നമ്മൾ റീഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് we should be careful about the order of reading. Order means sometimes it can have sequence of characters, then we have to process it appropriately. Okay, that is, if I am going to read some characters, then we have to give a character variable name for reading. F1 extraction operator, we should give a character variable name. So we should be very careful about we should know about the contents of the file that we are going to read. Okay, otherwise it will cause errors. So for storing integers we need integer variables. Okay, so this is the syntax for reading from a file. And now we can see how to write files. How to write files. For that we have to use the object OFStream. OFStream F2 I am using. Then F2 dot open. You can pass the variable pass the file name as the parameter. So I am giving test1. So this is the a new file gets created called test1. Then for writing to this file I can give F2 insertion of just like cout F2 insertion operator. You can give the variable name. So the value A is stored to F2. So you can see that if the value of A was 12, then 12 is returned to the file. Then again if I am giving F2 A, what happens is that this 12 will be written along with the previous value. Okay, so there is a chance for error that while reading back this content, this will read at once because there is no space in between. So we have to put some space in between this, and so I have to give like this. That is F2A means first value of 12 is written, then F2 space means a space is written to the file, then again F2A means 12 is again written. Okay. So if you want to read back the file to get the same values which we are stored, then we need to insert spaces in between two values. Otherwise these values comes together. If there is no space while reading back, we will be getting the values 1 2 1 2 to a single variable. Okay, I think it is clear now. Now we can use the class FStream for both operations. Okay, so while using FStream can be used for both reading and writing. FStream can be used for both reading and writing. And so while using FStream F3, then F3 dot open, I have to give the file name as the parameter. Then as we know, FStream can be used for both input and output. So I have to specify whether this F3 is now in input mode or in output mode. So for that I have to give the opening mode as iOS : in is for input mode and out is for output mode, because this FStream can be used for both input and output. And so while opening the file using F3, we have to specify the mode of the file. We cannot open in input mode and output mode simultaneously. We can open it in input mode, then we can close it, then we can reopen it in output mode. Okay, so this same object can be used for both opening and both reading and writing, but not simultaneously. So iOS : in means input mode, iOS : out means output mode, and the rest remains same. It means writing and reading have the same syntax. Okay, so this is about the FStream, IFStream and OFStream. Okay, then we can see different methods for writing to file. Writing to file means, as I told, we can use insertion operator, then we can use a function called put function. Put function can be used for writing to a file, writing a single character to a file. Okay, so put is a function for writing a single character to a file. So inside bracket we will be, the syntax will be, if the object was f1, then f1 dot put, inside bracket we will be passing the value which has to be written. Now this variable a should be a character variable. Then f1 dot put a means it will write the character to the file, or we can give this like this also, for writing the character a to the file. So f1 dot put single quotes a means we are writing the character a to the file. f1 dot put a means we are writing the character which is stored in variable a to the file. So put is used for writing a character to the file. Okay. We can also use a function called write function. This write function is used for writing an object to the file. Okay, so write function has different syntax. Okay, so it is a bit complicated. Write function has the syntax as f1 dot write. Now I have to convert the object to a character stream, that is char star. I am typecasting to a character, and then I have to give the address of the object. Okay. Then as the second argument I have to give the size of this object. If the object is v, so this is the syntax for writing a object to a file. So v is an object of a class. Then f1 dot write, we have to typecast it to a character array. Okay, then this is the syntax for writing an object to a file. And actually we will not be using this object writing, because it will be a bit complicated. Object writing means we have to read it back using the object name only. Object name also we have to read it back using the object, but we will be using the logic of, in an object we will be having 2-3 variables: class number, name, student, name, marks, etc. So we will be writing it separately to the file in order to avoid confusions. Okay, but there is a syntax for writing the object to the file like this, f1 dot write. So these are the 3 methods that we can use for writing to a file. And for reading from the file, we have the same syntax. We have the same type of set of functions. One is extraction operation. The simplest is insertion and extraction. Then we can use f1 dot read. f1 dot read can be used. So f1 dot read returns an object. f1 dot read returns an object, and so we have to store it to a variable. Okay, f1 dot read returns a value, and so we have to store it into a variable. Ch means f1 dot not read, f1 dot get. f1 dot get is the single character reading is f1 dot get. So get and put are the methods. Put means for writing a character and get for reading a character. Similarly, okay, so we have to pass this variable name here. F1 dot gets e, you can give c. F1 dot get c means read the character and store the character to variable c. Okay, F1 dot get c means read the character, read a single character, and then store the character to the variable c. Okay, and now corresponding to write, we have read function, and the syntax remains same. Whatever we have given here can be passed as the argument. Okay. So this is read. So reading the character to the object v, reading the object to the that block of variables, serial number or class number, name and marks to the object v. So that is corresponding to write, we have read, f1 dot read. F1 means object of the file, f1 dot read we can use. So the simplest methods are extraction, put, insertion and put are used for writing, extraction and get are used for reading. Okay, so these are the functions or methods for writing, different methods for writing and reading from a file. Okay, now we will see an example of writing and reading a file. So I have written something here. So I have included the file hash include fstream, then using a main function I am creating an object of this ofstream class. Then f1 dot open test means I am opening a new file, I am creating a new file called test, and to the file cout f1 use cheyana, to the file I am storing this string. This is testing file output operation. Okay, then f1 dot close means I am closing the file. So it is a good practice to close the file after using the file. So I am saving this. The file name is given as 57 file.cpp. Okay, now I will try to compile this. G++ 57 file.cpp. Okay, dot slash a dot out. What happened? What happened now? The program is executed. The program is for writing the value to the file. So there will not be any output on the screen. So we have to see the contents of the file now. Test. So we can open this file using gedit, or we can use the command line printing statement cat, file name is test. So I can check the contents of this test file using cat test. So this is testing file output operation. So what the string that we have given is written to the file. Now I am using this one more printing in next line please. Okay, because we have given that slash in there, so it will come in the next line. We will try to compile this. Error. What happened? The operator is changed as extraction operator, so we have to give insertion operator. Okay, so this much error comes if a single symbol changes. Okay, then cat file name. So this time the file gets created again. What happened? Not compiled, or not executed. ./a.out. We had to execute it. Now executed. So now cat test. Okay. So this is the output of our program. It contains 2 lines. Okay. So this is the example of writing a file. Okay, writing to a file. Now I will read this. I will read this to a variable, and we will print it. We can change the program like this, or we can have a copy, save as 58 file.cpp. So I am having a variable name int a is equal to 10, comma b equal to 20. I am assigning 2 values. Then I am writing this to the f1. A I am writing to the file, and b also I am writing to the file. If I write this file like this, what happens? A and b will be written without space in between. Okay, we will see what happens. 58 file. Okay, so g++ 58 file.cpp ./a.out. Okay, it is written. Now printing the file cat test C, and the value is 1020 without spaces. So if I read this file, then at a single read I will be getting as 1020. So I will show that I am creating object of ifstream f2 dot open file name test. So f2 is open. Okay, then read a is equal to, not a, f2 extract to a. Okay, so this itself will give the value 1020. I will print this cout. Cout is for printing to screen. Then f2 dot close. Okay, so even though we have written the values of a and b, 2 values to the file, but they are written without spaces in between, and so this program, while trying to read, it will read the values simultaneously. We will see. Okay, so the output is 1020, means both the values are read at a time. So it is not recognizing the values as 2 values. So if we want to make it as 2 values, then I have to write a space in between. Okay, so I have to create a space in between the values which are written in the file. Between 10 and 20 I have to create a space. So now f2 extraction a means 10 is read, then again f2 extract a means now what happened, b is read or 20 is read. Now I am trying to print that cout b. Okay, so here I am writing end line. Okay, here also end line. Okay, so now the values are read back one by one. Okay, so but the point was that if you want to write two integers to the file, use spaces in between that, otherwise that values will come simultaneously as a single number while reading. Okay, so this is about writing and reading, okay, to a file. The same thing can be done using fstream. I am having a different file, 59 file.cpp, and I am using the class fstream only. So if I am using fstream, then I have to specify the method of mode of opening. This is output mode. So I have to specify it as out mode. Then here also it is, we are using same object, so the object name remains f1. So f1 dot open, we are using it in read mode. So I have to use like this, ios : in, then use f1a, f1 close. Okay, so the same object f1 is the object of fstream, and here it is opened in the output mode, and here it is opened in the input mode. The same file can be, the same object can be used for both reading as well as writing. So the file name is 59 59.cpp. Error. Oh, okay. We have to. There's no need of codes, I think. So give the mode directly. Clear. Okay. So there is no need to give the codes here. You can directly give this ios : out, because it accepts or it expects the opening mode as the second argument. Okay, then /a.out. Okay, 10 and 20 are written to the file, then 10 and 20 are read back from the file. Okay, so fstream use cheyanengil adinte opening inathu we have to specify the mode also, allengil we have to use ifstream for reading and ofstream for writing. So these are the simple file operations. Okay, the remaining will be shown in the next video. Okay, so see the video again to understand the concepts. Okay, thank you.